Oh my God. John Waters and Ed Wood had a baby. And that love child's name is Stefan Perrin, secular director. Thank God for Stefan Perrin, secular director. Thank God.
A secular space expedition is underway, and everything appears to be going as planned. But what returns to Earth will shock and paralyze you like no science fiction before it. Witness Planet 19 attacks. Something very strange is going on in this small town, and no one knows why.
Hello, Black residents.
A terror so vile and repugnant that it can only be experienced within the underground. This season, a new terror will swallow you whole.
Mr. Black, are you ill?
I'm Stephen Perrin, secular director, and thank you very much for supporting my underground movie. This is a tale of shame and secrets. A story I call GLORYHOLE DEATHTRAP. The underground film you are about to watch is an unfortunate story of sex and tragedy. Set in rural Ontario, Canada, we follow the goings-ons of a local small-town glory hole. Little do the characters seen here now know that they will play into the hands of a very sick and twisted plot. Once upon a time, decades ago, a charming and married man going by the name of Mr. Anderson met a glory hole oral submissive by the name of Mr. Black. It all came crashing down one day as Mr. Anderson's wife, Jill Anderson, confronts her husband with a piece of paper she found in his work pants less than a moon ago. The confrontation fractured the mind of Mr. Anderson. As we catch up with him, we see his new persona, scouring the countryside and stalking Mr. Black's glory hole property. Now known only as The Hole, our villain relives torments by using a secret miniature recording device hidden under his burlap mask. As the Hole makes his way down the creek, he is driven mad by the memories What is this glory hole number I found in your pocket? What glory hole number? Give me that phone number in your hand. Give it to me. I found it in your work pants. Drop it, Jill. Drop the subject right now. Where the glory hole is. If you don't stop this madness, I'm walking out on you. Threatening his lifestyle, Mr. Black has accepted the aid of a mysterious witch named Ribcage. Ribcage has promised to rid Mr. Black of his glory hole problems. On this particular night, a Mr. Smith finds himself clutching for dear life as he falls victim to the whole horrific death trap. Black wakes to a beautiful breakfast made by Miss Kelly, the live-in housekeeper.
Well, good morning, Miss Kelly. Doesn't this all look beautiful?
Good morning, Mr. Black. I trust you slept well?
I did, thank you.
Mr. Black, you weren't out in the yard last night, were you? It's only that I thought I heard a sound as I was retiring for bed.
Why, yes, Miss Kelly. I went outside for a cigarette and to make sure all the doors were locked.
Thank goodness. You know, I was worried it was a prowler or something. You know, the other night I saw Susan Reeks on the property.
Susan who?
Susan Reeks. A woman of ill repute. Very ill repute.
Here we see Susan Reeks. She wanders the countryside seeking the company of any in need. She has vast knowledge in the realm of fast courtships and loose morals. Unbeknownst to Miss Kelly, who's hard at work, a stranger has reluctantly approached the house.
I'll be outside, Miss Kelly. I'll take care of the deliveries today.
Absolutely.
Miss Kelly makes her way up the stairs to see where Mr. Black is headed.
Deliveries indeed.
Here we have Nancy Smith, a fresh and very beautiful widow from last night's slaying. With the missing poster in hand, she approaches Mr. Black's house and is met by Miss Kelly, the housekeeper.
Hello, Black residents.
I'm Nancy Smith.
Oh, hello, Nancy Smith. Miss Kelly, the live-in housekeeper.
Miss Kelly examines the missing advert and reassures Nancy Smith that she will pass the information on to Mr. Black.
Well, thank you for your help, Miss Kelly.
Poor Nancy Smith. She walks away crying in desperation.
Somebody outside. I think it might be that trick of mine. I showed him how to use trees to disguise himself to avoid capture from police when cruising in parks at night. Oh, Bill, I'm scared. I've had to turn to witchcraft and black magic to to protect myself from this person.
Oh, gentlemen. There was a Nancy Smith here looking for her husband. He's missing. Have either of you seen this person?
Why, I can't say I've ever seen this person before.
No, can't say I've seen them either.
Well, thank you both.
Thank you, Miss Kelly. And thank you, Bill. It was very nice of you to drop by today. See you next time.
Excuse me, miss. Oh, it's you, Susan Reeks. Have you seen this man?
Yeah, it's Mr. Smith. I've seen him at the truck stop a few times.
At the truck stop? Well, thank you and have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too, lady.
Hello, Black residents.
Who's this?
Oh, this is Miss Kelly, the live-in housekeeper.
I see you around town, Missy. You're dressed up quite fancy for a maid.
Excuse me, madam. I'm uncertain why you're taking this particular tone with me over the telephone.
Put Mr. Black on the phone before I come over there myself.
Mr. Black, there's someone on the phone for you.
Hello, this is Mr. Black. Slow down, ma'am.
You heard me loud and clear.
What did you just say?
Do you know my husband? The name's Anderson.
No, I do not.
I found your number in his pocket. It also says Glory Hole.
Glory hole? I have no idea what you're talking about, or who you are.
I'm Jill Anderson, and I'm on to you, you pig-mouthed bastard.
My goodness, I hope she didn't disturb you. Such hostility.
That was a prank call. Bastard children. Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Our villain walks aimlessly in the forest. Bill, I think I hear somebody outside. Recollecting as he makes his way to Nancy Smith's home. I think that it might be an old trick of mine. I showed him how to use trees to hide from the police. Bill, I think I hear somebody outside. I think it might be that trick of mine. He uses trees to disguise himself. I showed him that trick. It's a way to avoid being caught by the police. Suddenly, she receives a visitor.
I'm Jill Anderson. Are you Nancy Smith?
I'm Nancy Smith.
I'm sorry to meet you under such concerning circumstances, but I want you to know you're not alone.
Is your husband missing too?
I believed he was missing until I found out he left me to be a homosexual.
A homosexual? I don't see how this concerns me.
The police did nothing when my husband went missing. I found out they picked him up a few times for loitering, so they just assumed he took off.
Loitering? Golly.
Yes, loitering. That's what the cops call it when someone hangs out for long periods of time. I had found a number in my husband's jeans. When I called it, it was Mr. Black's place. On the other side of the paper, it said Glory Hole.
I was just at Mr. Black's yesterday and they hadn't seen anything. What's a glory hole?
Men put their penises in the hole to be serviced anonymously, often by other men. I'd go ask again, because when I confronted Mr. Black about it, not only did he deny it, he said he did not even know my husband.
Really? Glory hole. I've seen that word before. It was the time that I had to use the men's washroom at a truck stop. It was written there on the side of the stall. You know, I thought it was so odd that somebody would put their phone number in such a public space.
As impersonal as it sounds, it's an actual thing. I suggest we go to the truck stop on the highway.
I'll get my purse.
Jill and Nancy make their way through the dark forest. They are suddenly approached by Susan Reeks. None are aware that they are being watched.
What are you guys doing here?
We're looking for my husband, Mr. Smith. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him. Seen him at the truck stop.
You have?
I see a lot of guys there.
Come on, Nancy.
What are you guys doing here? We're looking for my husband, Mr. Smith. Have you seen him? Yeah, I've seen him. Seen him at the truck stop. I see a lot of guys there. Our heroes, Nancy and Jill, make their way to the truck stop on the highway. This particular truck stop is notorious for men seeking men. As the women search for their husbands, they are shocked at the neglect of the bathroom. Oh, the humanity.
Delicious meal, Miss Kelly. Thank you very much. I'll be leaving tonight, now that I'm done eating. If I do tire on the road, I will stay at a truck stop rest area.
And when can we expect you back?
I'll be away for 3 days.
You know, Susan Reeks said something today about a truck stop. What was it? I told her about that missing Mr. Smith, and she said she'd seen him at a truck stop. Isn't that peculiar? Well, I'm exhausted. If you're leaving tonight, I'm going straight to bed.
Well, good night, Miss Kelly.
Good night, Mr. Black.
I hope that this is a position of equal opportunity and that you will see that I am qualified. Now please, I'm here to dance.
Mr. Black successfully births a black cat from his evil mouth. The witchcraft will now spread. I'll be leaving tonight, now that I'm done eating. If I do tire on the road, I will stay at a truck stop rest area. No, I do not.
You're living on Ghost Island.
Glory hole.
Ghost Island. You're living on Ghost Island.
I have no idea what you're talking about, or who you are.
You're living on Ghost Island. You're living on Ghost Island. You're living on Ghost Island.
Glory hole.
To see what's next.
Delicious meal, Miss Kelly. Thank you very much.
Glory hole, glory hole. Come in, over. Glory hole, glory hole. Are you looking? Over. I'll be there soon. Over and out.
That's peculiar. His car's still there. Well, must have been too foggy for him to want to drive.
As Miss Kelly hangs the laundry to dry in the morning air, she hears something strange from the forest's edge and goes to investigate.
Hello, Black residents. Oh, hello, Nancy Smith. Any news of your husband?
No, I'm afraid. I was calling to see if anything turned up on your end.
I'm sorry, Nancy. Mr. Black says he's never seen your husband.
Well, thank you for trying, Miss Kelly.
But Susan Reeks mentioned something about seeing him at a truck stop some time back. Nancy. Hello? Hello, Nancy? Nancy? Nancy?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry for you to see me this way. I guess you would need to adjust to my body if you are to be my live-in housekeeper. Please come in. I understand your name is Miss Kelly. I know your parole officer, and he told me you were getting out. I thought I would hire you, so thank you so much for answering my advertisement. It's been some time now since I've had any help around here. I require a live-in housekeeper to cook and clean full-time. I see that you are disheveled and wearing rags. In exchange for working here, I will provide you with all of the latest fashions. When addressing the public, I would like you to please use the phrase, "Hello, I'm Miss Kelly, the live-in housekeeper."
Mr. Black's been sleeping all day. How peculiar. I'm going to go and wake him up. Well, I should finally get around to making his bed. Black? Mr. Black? Oh, Mr. Black. Are you... Mr. Black, are you ill? Have you... Mr. Black, have you soiled yourself? Mr. Black! Mr. Black! Mr. Black, answer me! Mr. Black! Mr. Black! Mr. Black! Why aren't you answering? Oh. Mr. Black! 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 Mr. Black!
Mr. Black. Oh, Mr. Black, are you ill? Have you... Oh, Mr. Black, have you soiled yourself? Mr. Black! Mr. Black! Mr. Black! Mr. Black!
Later that night, both Nancy Smith and Jill Anderson experienced an unrestful sleep due to Mr. Black's black magic.
You're living on Ghost Diamond. 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 Waiting to see what's next. Waiting to see what's next.
Dearest audience, it is time for a 10-minute intermission. May I present, from Canada, Night Chill. return to our regularly scheduled programming, already in progress. We see zombie Mr. Black has made his way outside to explore his territory. Suddenly, he notices his glory hole rival stalking the night disguised as an evergreen tree. The challenge of dominance is made by the now mindless zombie Mr. Black. Armed with a mustard weed, Mr. Black takes cover in the darkness and then attacks his foe. A mad dash for superiority is underway as both villains duke it out. Mr. Black retreats with cuts all over his body. The evergreen tree wins this glory hole battle and is the dominant hole.
There's something strange going on here. I'm gonna find out what it is.
Where do you think the glory hole is? I don't see anyone around.
Let's split up. I'll look in the house. You can look in the tool shed.
Okay. as vapor and lights filled the rooms. We, the audience, are shocked to witness the whole change in
mysterious character that we have called Rib Cage makes his way up the stairs to locate zombie Mr. Black. He is able to look inside his mind, where he sees images of Miss Kelly and Nancy Smith. The witchcraft, which was to protect Mr. Black, has now turned against him, leaving him as a mindless, infectious zombie.
I'm sorry to meet you under such concerning circumstances, but I just wanted you to know that you're not alone. Men put their penises in the hole to be serviced anonymously, often by other men. Men put their penises in the hole to be serviced anonymously, often by other men. Not only did he deny it, he said he did not even know my husband.
Oh my god! It's my husband! What are you doing here?
I'd go ask again.
Stop, you're choking me! Stop, you're choking me! Stop, you're choking me!
Men put their penises in the hole to be serviced anonymously, often by other men.
Poor Jill Anderson. Her curiosity appears to have gotten the best of her. She was very brave to reach out to dear Nancy Smith. Unfortunately, Nancy Smith now finds herself completely on her own. Makes her way through the dim barn. She is horrified to hear her own voice played back in the darkness.
There's something strange going on here. I'm gonna find out what it is. I don't see anyone around here. Let's split up. I'll take the house if you take the tool shed. I believed he was missing until I found out he left me to be a homosexual. Homosexual? such a public space. As impersonal as it sounds, it's an actual thing. I suggest we go to the truck stop on the highway. As impersonal as it sounds, it's an actual thing. I suggest we go to the truck stop on the highway.
Die! 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 You stupid whore! You stupid whore! Die! Stupid whore!
Nancy Smith exits the forest triumphant. She has escaped the clutches of the hole.
What are you guys doing here? We're looking for my husband, Mr. Smith. Have you seen him? Yeah, I've seen him. Seen him at the truck stop. You have? I see a lot of guys there. Come on, Nancy.
The hole makes his way back to Mr. Black's house. He must commandeer the property and create an illusion of normalcy to evade the police and news crews, which are sure to arrive. How do I look? I hope the surgeon got the mustache right. I will use black magic to hide all the dead from sight. The police will not find the zombies. I will use this voice machine to emulate others. I have gotten plastic surgery to look like Mr. Black. His glory hole and property are now mine. I will lie to the police and I will lie to the news crews. Secular director. Today we are in location visiting a potentially grisly murder scene. An anonymous tipster alerted us to movements and lights seen at the now notorious Mr. Black house. Let's give a knock at the door and see if anyone answers. Secular director, and welcome to this secular newscast. A glory hole death trap has been reported to police by a local woman who claims she was attacked by a man wearing a burlap mask. arrive to the alleged home of a local man where police are searching for clues. Police have reported no bodies on the property, nor were they able to locate a glory hole. In a strange twist of events, the survivor of this terror claims she saw a zombie on the second floor of the house. She also claimed that a woman was dead in the bathroom tub, surrounded by a mysterious vapor. The local woman, being known only as NS, is now recovering at home after being discharged from hospital with minor scratches and bruises. The local community is gripped in fear as law enforcement tries to piece together this macabre incident. What is the meaning of this? Did you have any part to play in the multiple disappearances of locals in the area? No, I do not. I am a victim of pranksters and town gossip. We were able to reach NS at her home for an exclusive interview. For her privacy, we have placed a silhouette screen to protect her identity. We have also disguised her voice so that she may not be recognized. Tell us about your attack.
I was attacked by a crazy man wearing a burlap mask. He had a pitchfork. He tried to kill me at Mr. Black's property.
The police were unable to locate any evidence of your attack. Nor have any bodies been recovered from this property. Any comment?
Mr. Black is a liar. He runs a popular glory hole on his property. This glory hole is cursed with witchcraft. A killer is there.
You also claim to have seen a zombie.
Yes, I saw a zombie upstairs. I also saw a drowned woman in the bathroom.
I noticed that you are bedridden for this interview. Why is that, NS?
After narrowly escaping death, I've been struck down by a witch's spell. My doctor is unable to cast off my illness.
NS, are you okay? Are you joking? Please talk to me. I must secure this house. To do so, I must contain Zombie Mr. Black. He is too dangerous to be left free. I will use a crucifix and a gun to force him under the stairs. to haunt the grounds as they relive their final moments within a purgatory of putrid flesh. We see Susan Reeks laying in the tall grass. She gets up slow from the ground and begins to walk through the forest. We follow Susan through the forest until she reaches Mr. Black's house. When seeing the house, Susan utters the words, "Glory hole, glory hole, glory hole." The zombie Miss Kelly rises from her nightly bathtub rest. She cleans Mr. Black's house as fake Mr. Black watches.
Glory hole. Come in over.
Bill has come across the Hole's costume and has also found the robotic snapping turtle. He wanders the truck stops, calling into the night. From a distance, Nancy Smith makes her way towards Mr. Black's house. She crosses a large field where the Canadian Army has been monitoring her.
We have a zombie female making her way towards civilization. I am requesting air fire support to destroy this unholy creature. Approaching target in 3, 2, 1. Bombs away. Kill her. Kill her now.
The explosion swings open the cubby door wide enough for zombie Mr. Black to escape within the radiation. The nuclear explosion confuses the zombie Miss Kelly, who thinks the telephone has rung.
Hello, Black residents.
The calls awaken zombie Jill Anderson, who has been stuffed in a large suitcase. She climbs up that hill, angry as hell. The zombie Jill Anderson makes her way through the yard. She is contained inside a large suitcase which moves on its own. We see the suitcase make its way across the lawn. The suitcase stops. The locks on the suitcase unhinge on their own. Like a clamshell, the suitcase opens to reveal Jill tucked away, decomposing inside. Once we truly glimpse the filth inside, the suitcase quickly closes and takes off towards Mr. Black's house. Screams of terror are heard from inside the box of death. I see you, Jill Anderson. I am sending Susan Reeks to must stop them, Miss Kelly. You must stop them.
Glory hole. Glory hole. Are you looking? Over. I'll be there soon. Over and out.
Later that day, fake Mr. Black discovers that zombie Mr. Black has escaped his prison under the stairs. Zombie Mr. Black has escaped. Oh my god. Oh my god. The army is here. What am I going to do now? The army has landed troops to defeat the filth which threatens public safety and decency. Zombie Jill Anderson springs into action and revolts against the armed soldiers. Together, both on ground and in air, the soldiers fend off their foul foe. Zombie Jill Anderson recoils from the artillery.
We are confirming a living suitcase. I repeat, a living suitcase headed west. I confirm a zombie female inside the suitcase. It is considered dangerous and unaffected by gunfire.
As Bill makes his way to the property, Susan Reeves suddenly attacks. The mechanical animal tears her face off, leaving an exposed, screaming red skull. I see you have found my old costume. It fits you very well. You will not take this glory hole from me. That is my robot snapping turtle you have there. I will use a secret code to remote access the turtle.
I am requesting a nuclear bombing of the entire area. We must destroy this glory hole infestation. We must destroy evil. Thank God for Stephen Perry, secular director. Thank God for him, and thank God for his sexuality.
As the zombie Mr. Black makes his way into the night, he notices the army flying by. He conjures the powers of the glory hole and stops the aircrafts from proceeding further. One by one, he compels them to crash into the ground. Inside Mr. Black's house, Nancy Smith is quickly confronted by Miss Kelly, who is surrounded by a mysterious vapor. A physical altercation ensues as Miss Kelly throws lefts and rights from the mysterious vapor. Zombie Nancy Smith is punched in the face multiple times. Nancy sees a vacuum and turns it on, aiming it at zombie Miss Kelly. The vapors and smoke which surround Miss Kelly are sucked into the vacuum, leaving her now exposed and vulnerable. Nancy attacks. Stop it right there. Now one more step. You will not defeat me. I will stop you. I will stop you.
Stop right there. You are under arrest. Your glory hole days are over. Remove that mask now. Remove the mask.
Well, hello, officer. Thank you for visiting me during the holidays. Revenge truly is a dish best served cold. Please don't ask me to remove my mask. I needed to speak. Don't look at my hole. My hole.
what's next. Waiting to see what's next. Waiting to see what's next. Waiting to see what's next.
As we witness the unimaginable, the common houseplant begins to exhibit a horrible life of its own.
Once again, I had to deal with such unheard of evil. Once again I had to deal with Mr. Black's hole. The rain brought the evil back down to earth and infected this houseplant.